Welcome back to the Whiskey and Wisdom Podcast, everybody. This is your co-host, Tyler Y'all, and today I'm with
Chris Kellum.
And our special guest today is
Amanda Swiss.
Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Do you wear like Swiss, like K-Swiss shoes?
No, I don't.
I'm like, it's perfect branding.
I know, I agree. I should.
You should have at least one pair.
Yeah. All right, I'll put that on the list.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting off on the weird part. Awesome.
No, it could have been worse because when she said Amanda Swiss, my brain automatically said Swiss Beats. And
I've heard that one before too.
I figured you had at least heard that one.
Yep.
But before we go too crazy into your life story, what are we sipping on, Tyler?
I don't
I'm
know.
just
You
picking.
brought
He
it.
doesn't even know. So we have this Wilderness Trail rye. It is, and it's a Settler Select. Unfortunately, it's a cask strength. So for you, that means it's going to be a little spicy.
All right.
In a different way.
51.5%. So that's 103 proof.
Yeah. Wait, no. What'd you say? 51.5? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I can do math sometimes.
Okay, good job.
We'll see how
We're
this
gonna spin
goes.
it around.
Right.
Yeah, one of my friends found this because he lives like in Virginia area. And they get different stuff. So we got this, and I was like, oh, this actually looks good. It's bottle 136 of 195.
The cover looks cool.
Yeah.
Let's say, yeah.
Very vintage looking.
It's a 5-year, so that's good.
Does it say that on
On the side of it.
there? But cheers.
Cheers.
Check it out. Here, I'll swing out wide so you can at least get a real cheer.
Oh.
That's actually pretty hot.
Yeah, that was aggressive. I did it though.
Yeah.
I did it. I can't really do shots anymore, so starting out strong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
I was joking about taking a shot. Like
Oh.
we sip on.
There we go.
I took the
Ready
whole
to
thing.
roll.
Oh. So, oh.
That's hot.
So, like I said, it's a 103 proof. So whiskey, pretty much most like Tito's and stuff is going to be under 80 proof, right? This is delicious. But their mash bill, 56% rye.
It's actually making my eyes water. That hasn't happened in a long time.
56% rye, 33% corn. They throw 11% of malted barley. I mean, it has a really good flavor on there.
Yeah, it was the first sip that like was super hot.
Well, the taste is clove, white pepper,
Yes.
and then,
Got that.
Got that.
yep. And then I can taste this part, spearmint, candied flowers, and some Earl Grey tea.
I'm getting all of those.
Yeah. Well,
Might
the
have to go
spearmint,
back
you can
for the
feel that
Earl.
like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
minty piece. Oh, dang. They won a bunch of awards, too.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, shout out Aaron. This thing is delicious. We've been drinking some really weak stuff all day, so
Oh,
I had to
well.
wake him up a little bit.
Thanks.
Yep. We waited for you.
I kind of needed a shot though to like calm down, so it's fine.
Just relax. It's good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Then you
Now
go
I'm
to-
good.
You can go
Right.
to ECU for a little bit. You should know how to take
And
some.
Arizona State.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
What are those? The Sun Devils?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I know that is because I was applying for App State.
Yes.
And it was-
You can't get those mixed up.
Well, I was typing, this is back before Google was Google, but I would like search for ASU.
ASU.
And I'm like, this is not ASU. Can't you figure out my location and tell you I want?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go
Yeah.
there.
No, I literally can't say I went to ASU. I need
Yeah.
to say Arizona State here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you
That
can
is
say,
true,
I
yeah.
say App State now, but no, I'm jumping way far ahead. Let's go back to the beginning. Tell us about yourself.
All right. So my full-time job, I'm a physician assistant at Salt Aesthetics Bar.
Okay.
We have a location here in Wilmington off of Oleander, and then we have one in Hampstead. So we do like Botox, filler, lasers, weight loss, facials, stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. And then I just started a content creation business. I mainly do weddings. I started that in the fall. So I just take photos and videos throughout the day and give everything to the bride and groom within 24 hours. So that's a lot of fun.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
And then my friend and I also started doing Wilmington singles events a couple months ago. So that's a lot of fun. So I'm very busy.
Which part? being single or hosting the events?
Oh, just hosting the events is
Okay.
fun. Yes.
Hey,
Not
all of the
actually being
above.
single.
some people like it. So
I mean, yeah, I enjoy it. It's fine. We can get to that.
but
We were just talking. That could be a whole podcast within
Yes.
itself.
I joke that I should start my own podcast, but I don't think I have time. So
you want to know something?
what?
You can come to Kent Street Studio and actually do your own podcast.
Don't tell me that. I don't have time.
You do.
I will figure it out.
Because what will happen, you come in, you sit down for 30 minutes or so, record it, and you send the info over to Tyler. He'll edit it, put
All
everything
right.
together
I'm
for
down. Like you could just make an entire podcast on Wilmington dating.
you. Yes. You are the third person I've heard that from.
Okay. Well, now
At
I'm going to
least.
do it. Like,
Yeah. I was going to be like, and they're all blonde, but no, they're all different hair colors. What is your hair color?
naturally dark brown.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just go blonde for the summer, or you just
I
stay
just,
blonde?
I stay blonde.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just curious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just having a fun podcast.
Yeah,
today.
no, I love this. This
It's
is
the
fine.
last podcast of the day. We've been drinking all day.
Yes, it's all
We
good.
can't promise where it's going to go.
All right. So, as a PA,
Yes.
for many people, including myself, what is it?
Physician assistant.
Yeah. Well, because you're not like a nurse. and
No,
you're not
so I
a
mean, it's
doctor,
kind of,
like,
you're not quite a doctor. PA school it's usually 2 to 3 years. ECU
Mm-hmm.
was like 27 months. So you can kind of do the majority of what a doctor can do. You can prescribe, diagnose people. You just need to have like a supervising physician above you on your license.
Got you. So, do you like it?
I do. Yeah, I love it. I love aesthetics.
Okay.
So I don't think I could, work in a hospital. That'd be a little rough. But
So, why'd you do PA and not go the full MD?
I always wanted to go into healthcare, but I didn't want to be a nurse, and I also didn't want to like go to med school and residency and just kind of have that responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of a good like in between.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my friend, when I was at ECU, she was on that track to be a PA. I'm pretty sure she ended up at Virginia Tech for her PA school. 'Cause
Okay,
she didn't
cool.
want to stay
Mm-hmm.
in Greenville for 6.5 years.
Don't blame her.
Yeah. Understandable.
What made you want to go the aesthetics route?
So I wanted to stay in Wilmington when I graduated,
Okay.
and it was actually the only thing I could find, and that was back in 2019, kind of before it really took off.
Mm-hmm.
And they completely trained me on the job because you don't learn that stuff in PA school.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And I liked it. And then I actually did orthopedic surgery for a little while.
Okay.
And then COVID happened, and I got an opportunity to go back to aesthetics. And I was like, I'm out of the hospital. Like, let's go.
Right.
Yes.
And then I've just stuck with that. So,
Nice. So I know a little bit about aesthetics.
mm-hmm.
Don't ask why. But in reality, could you explain to the guys and the gals and the ghouls who don't know, like, what do you do? Like, what's Botox? What's filler? Like the base
Yeah,
level.
for sure. So Botox, there's different kinds of toxins. There's Botox, Dysport, Xeomin, Jabot. They go into the muscle. They basically help prevent wrinkles from forming. And then filler adds volume. So that's like a hyaluronic acid gel. So you can put that in like your cheeks or your lips or your chin, stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
So why would someone want to do that?
to make themselves feel better about themselves. The goal is not to like make you like look weird. The goal is to make you look refreshed, kind of, add volume back where you've lost volume.
Yeah.
Just kind of look more refreshed and less tired, and
Okay.
just like make you feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're talking to guys, so you're going to have to start like
No,
the
that's
base
fine.
level
Yeah,
with
the
us.
basics.
Well, it's very interesting because a lot of people, like when they hear these things, they're like, "Oh, well, someone got Botox or someone got filler." Typically, when I've seen those people, it's literally right after they left the doctor or wherever they went, and so like everything is still overly swollen and it hasn't like, settled at all.
Yeah, you got to wait like 2 weeks for the final results.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
but the goal is to not be able to tell that you get anything done.
Yes.
Right.
So if you look like you got something done, like
You
Right.
you overdid it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You overdid it. So you can get some, like right here. You can fix the curves.
Yeah.
Get the.
There's
come
a
see
lot of
me.
things I need to fix. But
You know what? You don't have to. We're just pointing out. Me, I mean, I can't really get filler. My face
everyone
is a little,
can do Botox.
Yes, everyone can do Botox. I can't do any more filler. My lips and
You're
my
good.
cheeks are a little
Yeah,
too
you're good.
good. But I can get Botox. Like where? Like here?
Mm-hmm.
You get.
Forehead, yep, everywhere.
What do you do to fix the crow? Like the,
Under eyes,
yeah.
under eyes are hard. You don't want to necessarily add filler. You need to be a good candidate for under eye filler, or else you can look puffy.
okay.
Usually it's like PRP, platelet-rich plasma. We draw your blood, spin it down. We inject that, so it's kind of like a natural rejuvenation.
Oh, wow.
If you have like bulging under your eyes, we don't want to add more filler there either, because that's going to add more volume and make it puffier. So that's actually usually surgery. So
interesting.
under eyes are tricky.
Guess. Understandable. Do you guys do like the eyebrows too, or no?
Like microblading?
Yeah.
No, we don't do that there.
Okay. See, learning all the things.
Yeah.
Jumping all around. So what is your favorite thing?
My favorite thing to do is lip filler.
Okay.
It's fun. It's instant gratification.
I was going to ask, is that probably one of the things that
Yeah,
you can
so like Botox, like all the toxes, they take 2 weeks to kick in. So as long as everything's good, I don't usually see them back. But filler, I mean, you see it right away. It does take a couple weeks to kind of calm down.
Yeah.
But yeah, lip filler's fun.
Do you have lip filler?
I do. I actually haven't gotten any in like a year.
Oh.
Some people go through it really quickly, but
Oh, because your body breaks it down or
yeah,
whatnot?
exactly.
Okay.
Is that based on like metabolism and stuff too? Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Neat.
See, I'm just pointing out, guys, girls, everyone, she's got great lips.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No,
I
it's
appreciate
good.
that.
So that's why I bring Chris on here.
So you got into this field, you're loving it. But prior to that, how'd you get to Wilmington? Like you went to.
Yeah, so I was born in Massachusetts, actually. My parents are from there.
This has been a whole Northeast.
All over the place, yes.
Week. Or a month, I guess.
Oh, really? Like brother guys?
Everyone else has been on from New York,
We all end up here.
Massachusetts, Rhode Island. Yeah.
And then when I was 2-3 years old, we actually moved to Phoenix.
Okay.
And then I grew up there, went to Arizona State. And then my dad got a new job here when I graduated. And you need to get like patient care hours before PA school. So I knew I was going to live at home. So I ended up moving here with my parents or my family. My brother ended up at UNCW. My sister was still in high school. Loved it. I'd never seen Wilmington before I moved here and love it here. And my parents are still here and my sister's here. My brother's in Cary, like right outside of Raleigh. Okay. So we've all stayed, which is awesome.
Nice. So you don't have to fly back to Arizona.
No, I go back to see friends, usually like once a year.
Okay. Yeah, one of my best friends, she moved to Arizona for work or for her husband's work. And it's totally different.
It is. Yeah.
It's weird too because like I know Phoenix is a big city because I got a basketball team, so you got to be a big city.
Yeah.
But it is not what I expected.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just
like really like spread out.
It's
like
spread out. It's in the desert.
Yes.
Like cities in a desert to me.
That
just
was
like,
the biggest surprise when I went just this last year too. Is how spread out, like how big a city it is, but how spread out it is, and then it's literally just like plopped in the middle of the desert, which is also crazy.
Yeah. It's not like here where like Wilmington, like Raleigh's like 2 hours away. Like everything's kind of all together, but also spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's like Texas. Like technically you can drive across Dallas and you're still in Dallas an hour and a half later.
Yes. Yeah. I was going to say I was like on one end of Phoenix and we would drive an hour and to get to downtown Phoenix. Yeah.
Those Uber rides must have been ridiculous.
Uber was not a thing yet. That was like the end of college for me, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't seem old enough for that to be the
Thank
end
you.
of college.
Botox.
My brain is, wait, what?
I'm 33.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, if you do the math, it makes sense.
Yeah, like senior year of college was when Uber started being a thing.
Okay.
Ish. Yeah.
Did you at least take a taxi?
Yeah, we would take taxis.
Okay. Okay.
That's what we did back in the
day. Old. You come out of the bar and they'd be waiting there.
Oh my God.
Or we would walk.
Chris is older than all of us, and he's pretending like he hasn't heard of a taxi.
No. Really? Mister, I got to sit on the yellow pages? Come on now.
Oh.
Yellow pages.
Sorry. We're just throwing jokes left and right.
No, I love it.
I feel like, because I jump all around today, I legit am like clicking. I saw a post of yours.
Oh, gosh.
And I was like, that is the best job ever. Like to go to a wedding and just record.
Yeah.
And, like, get the background stuff. Because, yeah, I love my photographer, but they're getting those stills, those things that I'm requiring them to do. And you're in the background, you're here.
Yeah,
that
I'm
way
just
all
chilling.
the friends
Yeah,
can't
like all the behind the scenes stuff. And you get it basically, like I did a wedding yesterday and I had everything in there by midnight last night.
Oh.
So she already had everything.
Yeah.
Do you get a drink though?
No.
It's all that stuff that makes a lot of sense. Like as the bride, you're not going around with your phone trying to capture all
And
the
you don't want
moments.
to like assign that to one of your friends. Like you want them to
Right.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
So,
So they just hire you. See. I'm just pointing out the things so when people hear this, they're like, "Oh, she stays sober the whole time and gets great content for it."
Yes.
That's the other thing.
I'm the hype beast. I'm here for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So how'd you fall into that?
So I'd actually seen it on TikTok like months before I started doing it. And then I was in my friend's wedding in October in Portland. And she literally picked me up at the airport. And I was like, did you get a videographer? And she was like, oh, no, I was just hoping that like you could film some stuff. I know I'm bridesmaid. And I was like, oh, okay. And then like I was popping around the whole day like with my phone. There's tons of like professional photos of me with my phone like around. And then I was like, this is a lot of fun. And I put together like little like a recap reel for her and a couple other little fun reels. And I was like, I think this could be like fun to do on the side. So I literally like came back, made an LLC and started doing it. So
nice.
That's a move.
We have a acquaintance that does that out in California.
Oh, cool.
Taylor, who was doing the video stuff when we did the Pilates in Topsail.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like kind of really starting to catch on.
It is.
Which makes a
lot
of
sense. And I mean, like videography is great. Like there's definitely a place for that, but that's expensive. And I mean, if you kind of want something, I definitely recommend still having like a professional photographer to have that stuff. But if you want more like behind the scenes little videos throughout the day, then content creator
I think
is a good choice.
Like a videographer to me is like I think it's what all the major studios are doing with movies now is like, hey, here's the film, but we want you to see like how we got to this point and why you chose this and whatnot. And those are the things that you don't always get to see. Like
and also realistically too, like when I look back at like my wedding pictures that we post often, they're from people's phones.
Yeah.
You know, stuff that we like created or other friends have created because that's what gets shared on social media. Those are the memories that get brought back up. And then maybe 4 or 5 of the professional like pictures that we decided to put on social media anyway are the ones that we still go back to. Like,
and like I have my whole little like gimbal thing that like keeps it like still and
we need one of those.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Give us the link, we'll buy it.
All right, it was on Amazon.
Nice.
I did my TikTok research. I got the good one.
You didn't just buy it off the TikTok shop?
No, I don't think it's probably not on TikTok shop. I don't know, maybe. But the nice one is on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put it on there, I'm sure.
I could.
I don't actually know how TikTok shop works. It'll be closed in like
I don't either. I bought a
2
couple
years.
things on there, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of like a crapshoot too.
I've tried to figure out TikTok. I try my best, but
it's not for us.
I'm a millennial. It's Instagram.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. That's what we use.
It could be worse. You could be Facebook.
That's true.
Like I had somebody tag me in something on Facebook and my boss was like, oh, hey, so-and-so tagged you. And I'm like, I don't have my Facebook password. Like I have no idea when I will see that tag.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's great for the weddings you do. They can post it on Facebook for their old folks.
Exactly. Yes.
Who didn't make it.
Exactly.
So do you get to travel for these weddings or do you mostly do locals?
I will travel. I haven't had any like major travel booked. I went to Wake Forest a couple weekends ago. Mainly just doing them around Wilmington, especially with like a full-time job.
Yeah.
So,
That makes sense.
And since you're not busy enough doing both of those things, you also started so what's the official name?
It's called Single and Social ILM.
Okay.
Okay.
And so I think you can make the assumption of how it got started, but can you kind of give us the story of
Yes.
the inception?
So another thing that I had seen online, like on TikTok, was just other cities putting on singles events.
Yeah.
And dating is rough here. I think it's bad everywhere, but I think
Really?
it's especially bad here. Yes.
Wouldn't have known that.
I never heard that before. I don't know if it's like beach town, college town. Dating apps are the worst.
Yes.
So I've seen other cities doing it, and I was kind of waiting around for someone else to get it started here. And I was like, I'll just do it myself. So I literally posted on like my personal Instagram story that I was going to do it. And then one of my friends messaged me. At the time, she was more of an acquaintance, but now she's become a good friend. And she was like, I'll help you out. And I don't think she knew what she was getting into. So I was like, all right. So we met up. And then within 3 weeks, we had our first event, and we had 150 people. We sold out. We did it at Azalea Station. We had 75 guys and 75 girls.
That's
Sheesh.
incredible.
I was going to ask because, like, typically I've seen some events around town, but it's usually like you show up and it's, 32 girls and 8 guys.
Exactly. Yeah. So we kind of wanted to have like a even ratio.
Yeah. So has it worked out for you?
No, it has not.
Well, I didn't say for you. For the
so
event.
actually, after the first event, we had some people, like, we go out in public, and, like, some people come up to us, and they're like, did you put on that singles event? are like, oh yeah. And they're like, oh, I like went on a date with someone, or like I'm talking to someone or whatever. So that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
It will be really neat, like after a few years of doing it, just to kind of see like
Yes.
what
and we're
happens.
like, we need to get updates from people.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
So
you have
you
to like
doing
collect their
this-
emails and stuff.
You doing it like quarterly?
We're doing them monthly.
Oh.
We're aiming to do like one big event per month, and then maybe like a couple smaller events with different age ranges. Our first 2 events, we did 25 to 45.
Okay.
The next one, as at the end of April, it's at Outer Dunes Brewing. That one's going to be 24 plus.
Okay.
We have another one that's like 30 plus that's in the works. So we're just kind of seeing how it goes.
I'm just sorry. I'm doing the cougar math here.
I knew you were thinking about that too.
Somebody with an age range is hard. Like, you don't want it to be too much of an age range, but I don't know.
But I mean, like, if you're on social, you can ask like girlies who like what age range are you looking for? Boys, what are you looking for? And
Yeah.
But the problem is that are the people showing up really coming to find somebody, or are they just coming to take somebody home?
We can't guarantee
I was
either
gonna say,
way.
you don't
And like, I guarantee the
know.
quantity, not the quality. I mean, I'm sure there's people there that are looking for a range of different things. And that's maybe in the future, we'll do more events catered to goals.
Yeah.
But we're just like not quite there yet. So, and I mean, the point of it is you show up to a bar, you know, everyone is single. There's no like cheesy dating games. We don't even have name tags. Like, you just show up and you just know everyone's single. So you don't need to like worry about going up to someone and
hitting on them.
are they gonna? Am I gonna get rejected because they're in a relationship? So, yeah.
Good.
I was gonna ask kind of how that worked too. I wasn't sure if it was like a speed dating type of thing, or is it just kind of like a mixer and people get together and
Yeah. So
like,
far,
try to
just
get
mixers, people like mingling. Maybe in the future we'll do more structured things. We just haven't planned anything yet,
Yeah,
but we'll see.
that's neat.
Yeah.
Still never did speed dating. Always wanted to.
I don't think I would want to do something like that. I don't know.
Well, no, I grew up on Hitch, so like
Yeah.
Right. That's what I think.
That's
of.
my movie. So that's why my head was like, oh, speed dating. Never got to that point because Wilmington didn't have speed dating before I got married. But I just picture someone just coming and sitting down and like, no, I'm talking to her. You scoot over. Sorry.
So replaying his movie scenarios.
You would never want to. That'd be funny though. So you're just staying a busy lady.
I'm very busy. Yes.
Do you like it?
I do. Yeah. I like staying busy.
Okay. Do you see your family enough?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Some people.
Thank you for checking in.
Like I
She was
said,
just out on the golf course today.
Yeah. I golfed with my dad today.
where do you golf?
We went to Muni.
Okay.
We usually go to like their Beau Rivage.
I don't play golf, so
Okay. I picked it up like a year and a half ago.
okay.
So.
That's one of the things like I've wanted to, but like in my off days, it's like just recharging.
Yes. I know. I feel like I used to have like every weekday I would just like be able to like sit at my house and relax. And now I'm like, I have something planned every weeknight.
Yes.
So, but it's good.
Good.
Did you get lessons or anything when you started golfing?
Oh yeah, I
or-
still take lessons.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, I've taken a lot of lessons. When I first picked it up, I actually picked it up to bring my dad to Pebble Beach, and
nice.
our plan was to go in 6 months. So I was taking a lesson literally every week.
Oh wow.
So, but I got
How'd
it
you do
together
out
enough
there?
to play at Pebble Beach.
wow.
Pebble Beach is hard.
That's
I
what
was
I've
gonna
heard.
say I'm like
I mean, after the round, my dad was like, "You played the best I've ever seen you," but in my head, I'm like, "That was really, really bad."
Pebble Beach is just really hard.
Yes,
From what
and
I've
then
heard.
we went back again, and so we went last March, and then we went back this past January, and it was like a couple weeks before the PGA was there,
Oh,
so we were
wow.
getting the
Oh,
course
the
already, so it was extra hard,
Yeah.
but it was still a lot of fun.
I was gonna say I'm like I heard Pebble Beach is really hard.
Yes,
I went to Augusta National last year just to like walk the grounds, and I'm like,
He's actually a golf pro.
just being modest.
I'm just here, I'm just doing. But I'm like, these people play these courses just like dropping bombs all the time, and I'm like, how do you do that? I would be in the trees.
Yeah,
Like that, like these courses, like the full pro courses are so perfectly tight. Like the lines are, if you sneeze in the crowd, it's going to blow somebody's shot off.
yeah,
Like,
uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I applaud everyone who plays golf and can get anywhere near par.
I had a couple pars today.
Dang.
Thanks.
When you played the second time, when they were getting it ready, were the greens like super fast?
Yes. Yeah, they were really fast.
Yeah.
I really I was like, I've gotten better at reading the greens, but they were so hard.
Right.
And like you don't have to, but we got a caddy both times. We ended up having the same caddy the second time.
Oh, nice.
He was like, you got a lot better at reading them, but they're just so hard.
Right. Who are you taking lessons with?
His name is Greg Gooman.
Okay.
He is the pro at Club Golf Indoor. At River
okay,
Lakes.
yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh,
I need to find someone to get
I'll
lessons
give you his
from.
info.
There's a spot in Mayfair that just opened up.
Oh, yeah?
On the back
I've heard of that one.
Pop goes there.
Yeah, there's options out there.
Mm-hmm.
I know
yeah.
I need to get out there. I just never have yet. And it's just like finding someone
Mm-hmm.
to go with and look like a fool. So it's
It
really,
took I tried lessons other places and it just wasn't a good fit. But yeah, you just got to find someone.
Our year 5, we're trying to do a golf tournament and support something local. We got 2 years, so we're
So where did I go that you couldn't go?
because I'm.
No, shut up. He was trying to play a race card.
Oh, out in the Wallace area.
Yeah. Why can't I remember what that's called?
Justin used to work there,
Yep, where the Mad Boar is.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, yeah.
so he went out there, and it was like too close to Thanksgiving, and I work in retail, so I was not getting off.
Gotcha.
That time.
Yeah, so I was able to get some lessons out there by like one of their top people, which was pretty cool. It was still embarrassing though.
River
'Cause
Landing.
I was like, I don't River Landing.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You
that was
played
cool to
there
play
yet?
out there.
No, I haven't.
You should. It's really pretty.
The
Good
river
to know.
course.
Yeah. There's another course that I know in Leland.
There's a few of them out there.
Yeah, I'm surprised. There's so many golf courses around here.
I feel like we don't have a lot of options in Wilmington that are public.
Right.
Basically just
True.
Muni and Boat Rivage.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, and the funny thing is, like, Brunswick County, doesn't it have, like, almost the most... Brunswick
I wouldn't
County
be
or
surprised.
Myrtle Beach?
Yeah,
Like,
there's
that
a lot
area
down
have
there.
the most golf courses. Like, I was driving to Sunset Beach and passed 3 golf courses. I'm like, what the...
And they're all like hidden in the backs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you'd never know they're there.
Yeah, we just don't have a lot of options here, unfortunately. Like Ironclad's good. Castle Bay is fun.
Mhm. What made you want to get into it?
So I played when I was little,
Okay.
but the main goal when I came back was to take my dad to Pebble Beach. He wanted to go with my grandpa, his dad.
Right.
And then my grandma got sick and they never made it. So, and then I was like, I'll just pay for my brother and my dad to play there. And then my mom was like, why don't you pick it back up? And I was like, really? So, and I love it. So I've stuck with it.
Nice.
That's neat.
It's fun.
It's probably a good way to get out of everything else that you're doing.
Yes, definitely.
It kind of forces you to relax.
Yeah.
Because if you're not focusing on your stroke or whatever, like you're not going to do well.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what you need to do next year.
What?
Is a mixer during one of the, like, big tour events.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So, like, Masters, Pebble Beach, PGA.
Would guys come to that?
Yeah. Because if you do it in a bar that has the
Has
game,
it on the TV? Yeah.
Yeah, because you can do it on, like, a Saturday, and
That's
everyone's
true.
coming in, they're getting drinks, they're chilling, and typically that means that the guys know that the girls know something about golf.
That's true.
And golf is also not, like, as intensive as watching a football game.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're not as distracted.
It's not a bad idea. Maybe that'll
Thanks.
pare down on the like overwhelm of women going too. It'll like
Yes.
tailor it
Yes.
into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just saying. I got that off
Good
of
idea.
TikTok.
Perfect.
Yeah, a girl was like, I'm at the sports bar watching the Masters. Just so the guys know.
I know what's going on.
At least pretend.
At
Yes.
least. Did you see who was winning before you came in?
I saw Rory was winning before I came here.
Did he come back?
He
Yeah.
came back.
He like double bogeyed the first hole, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then has come back.
hmm
I love Bryson though.
I know. I was
But
rooting
Rory
for him.
keeps fucking up and never winning, so I want him to win at
And
least
that's what my
one.
friend said. I'm a Bryson girl.
He was up by 2
That explains
last
a
time
lot.
I checked.
I saw him play. We went to the US Open in Pinehurst last
Yeah.
summer.
Oh, nice.
We went on Friday, so we saw him play. So that was cool
I wanted to go.
before he won.
I had to work.
It was hot. It was
Oh, it
miserable.
was-
So
Everyone
much
tells me.
walking. Yeah.
And it's
But it was fun.
It's so sandy out there, so like
Yeah.
it feels like everything is just. So you prefer the big bulky guy who just
Bryson's bulky?
Well,
comparatively.
He's, like,
speaking to-
muscular.
Yeah, compared to Rory.
Okay, yeah, then yes.
Okay.
like bigger muscular guys, because he's definitely one of the bigger guys.
I get what
out
you're saying,
there.
yeah.
Because he put on a ton of muscle, if not a ton of weight. that 1 year just to fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
Do you not see that?
Yeah, I see
Okay.
it. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's how I remember him. Is he showed up and they were like, "Bro, you were way too big," and he's like, "But watch this."
Yeah. Slam it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I think of.
My favorite thing was when he was shooting over his house.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, I watched all this. Uh-huh.
That just gives me anxiety.
I
Like,
know.
I would
it's like-
totally hit the glass.
Every
The
time.
whole thing is glass.
No. Well, they had a net in front of them because I was.
Oh, they did?
I watched it, and the net was like far enough.
That's misleading.
Like,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It was far enough away that like it could protect like
Gotcha.
a true shot, but not interfere with knocking it
Gotcha.
over.
I mean, I can hit my driver like no problem. Like I'll hit it 200 plus yards. Cannot hit my irons. Like
Oh.
my
See,
I'm
irons
the
are
opposite. I can't
irons are
drive.
rough.
No.
So I would hit the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just suck at golf.
It's hard.
Every time we go to play, like just shooting the shit, I will cut it or slice the shit out of it, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And I never end up in the center of the driving range. I'm always on the left or the right, and I will always cut it or whatever to hit into the net. Like this bullshit.
The thing, so one of my favorite things to do just for like fun is go out to Topgolf.
I've
play out
never
there.
been to one of those.
Oh,
Ever?
you're missing out.
No.
It's fun.
It's a great date idea.
Well, we need one here.
There's a lot into that.
Yeah, we're not big enough.
There's a
yet.
drive-in barn. Drive barn?
Golf barn.
Golf barn,
I have
yeah.
not been there yet.
You should. It's a lot
Yeah.
closer.
They use the same like tracing technology and stuff out there.
I think
too,
I
which
saw
is
that on their
pretty cool.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have putt-putt.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice.
You just
That's what
same
I'm
thing,
here
just
for.
different.
No, that's what I'm here for.
Anyway,
Top
so
golf.
Topgolf.
Yes.
When this was before, like I never thought I'd play golf in my life because I just sucked at driving. And I'm like, that's kind of the first things you have to do in order to like do decent. So they had men's clubs and they had women's clubs. And so I just went and I would get the men's club all the time. And I was like, why can't I use these things? Like, I guess I'm just not good at golf. I'm not good at driving. The last time I went there, I noticed they took the signs off and it says, it doesn't say men or women anymore. It says tall clubs, short clubs.
Oh.
And I was like,
That is
I know this means the women's clubs, but it says short, and that's what I am. And so I picked it up, and it just sailed.
Amazing.
And I was like, I was using the
That's
wrong
why they
height.
switched those titles.
Yeah. And I was
It's
like,
still misleading because that tall club is still not tall enough for me.
Well, he's absurdly tall, and I'm absurdly short. So those are average people height clubs.
True. So going back, like I said, I like to jump around, do all the fun
That is
stuff.
fine.
We're going to go back to your weddings,
Okay.
doing all the fun stuff there. Do you just follow the trends or do you just like pull some stuff, like just see angles and you're like, oh, I should catch this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like just following the bride and groom around, following the photographer around, and like kind of just getting little clips here and there.
Okay.
I talk to them ahead of time. We do like a little session on the phone just to see if anything's important to them for me to capture that day. And then as far as like Reels or TikToks go, if they want to send some ahead of time that they definitely want to do, they can, or I just kind of
Go with it.
make them up. Yeah.
Nice.
And then, I mean, there's trending ones out there and trending audios and all that. So,
Always. So talking about weddings, I'm going to ask the real question. Should a guy wear an Apple Watch at his wedding?
no.
Okay. Just needed
Straight
somebody.
up.
Just needed
No
someone to
Apple
say.
Watches for any formal events.
Thank you.
Or like get a different band for it or something.
No. I was dying. I saw like a cute bride and groom photo at a wedding, and like he was reaching out, and his phone, his Apple Watch had just had an ESPN ping to it,
Oh, I think I saw that.
and I'm like,
yeah.
way to ruin the photo. And then you got to pay the photographer extra to like
edit that
Photoshop
out.
a blank screen. Like, no, bro, just wear a real watch, or just don't wear a watch at all.
Exactly.
We both spent a lot of time in the jewelry industry, so we have very strong opinions on this.
Yes. Would you say no Apple Watches?
Yes.
Both of you? Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
What about like putting a different band on it? No.
At least that's like an improvement.
So
You're really
putting- Yes.
trying.
Putting a different band on an Apple Watch is for you on a date night.
That's valid.
But that is a specialty event, and you should not have.
That's true, because of the whole screen and,
Yes. In reality, so, like, also depends on culture. So, like, in Southern Korea, they do a thing where, like, the groom gets a watch from the bride's family.
Okay.
For for the wedding, which I think is kind of cool. Typically, it's a Rolex or something like higher end. But I've also heard in America, you don't give a watch on a wedding day because that gives bad luck.
I've never heard that.
Because then if you get the gift as your wedding day gift, if the watch breaks, that symbolizes like you're putting time limit on the wedding.
Oh, okay.
So if you're going to get a watch for your significant other, do it as an engagement piece.
All right.
Yeah.
For the future, if that ever happens, I will keep that in mind.
You get a ring, he gets a watch.
Perfect.
Yes. Or as an anniversary piece.
We've always been pushing the engagement watch.
The anniversary
We're trying to make it a thing.
Not going to do it. Do you wear an Apple Watch?
I do. It's right here. I don't wear it to formal events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like I went to garden party. I did not wear it, but I was like dying the whole day.
Did you see the shorty who had the sheer dress on?
I saw it on Instagram. I did not see that in person.
So it wasn't you.
It was not me. Never.
No. My friend, we were seeing it at work, and my coworker's husband was at the event, and then he sent her the picture before it was posted on social, and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, from this angle, she at least has a decent butt. And then like someone else had a better angle. I'm like, oh yeah, no. She shouldn't have worn that.
Never mind.
I did not hear about this.
Oh yeah, it's
like a whole sheer back.
Interesting.
It quite literally looks like a high-waisted bathing suit bottom. Like it's very cheeky, very tall waist. But every picture I've seen is only the back, and it attaches at the top of the hemline, and it's just sheer, like with little floral designs down it, and it's pink.
Interesting.
But the color of garden party seemed like it was like pink or red this year. Like everyone I saw was rocking.
My dress was pink with flowers.
Yeah. I feel like every year it changes, but like I saw everyone rocking pink and red, which I think is kind of cool. So she was on brand with the color.
That's true.
Very uncouth with the fit. I just wanted to use uncouth.
Fancy word.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm the only one without a degree here, so I gotta use like good words to feel special. And then we're gonna jump back.
Okay.
In your field of everyday work. Do you administer all this stuff, or do you have people that do it for you? Like, how does that work?
So, like, do I do it to myself, or do I do it on other people?
Other people.
Oh, yes. So I do the procedures on other people.
Okay.
So they'll usually come in. You can either come in and we can do the consult and the treatment all at the same time, or you can just come in and we can just talk. It's a free consult. Yeah, and I do the actual, like, injections. We don't have, like, medical assistants or anything like that. Our supervising physician isn't even, like, on site. So it's just PAs and RNs.
Oh. Nice. Do I have to be, like, well, I'm assuming you have to be an RN to work there or above.
Well, and we have estheticians that do facials. Oh, yes. Okay. But in North Carolina, you need to be at least a nurse to inject. Okay. Every state's different.
Nice. I need to get a facial. That's why I went back, because I was like, I got some dry spots.
You definitely facials are like the basics, like skincare and facials.
Yes. Problem is that me and Tyler have beards, and like that's what I always want is like a men's facial, because I used to get them. Yeah. And they could get the bumps in my beard, and I'm like, oh, this feels great, and now my beard's too long. It doesn't work.
So for us as guys and all the other guys that are listening, what's the first step into that world that most men should do? Like when you look at it like a guy, you're like, if men just only did this, they'd be doing themselves a favor.
I mean, the basics for everyone would be like medical grade skincare, like good skincare. That's like 80% of it. 20% of it is coming in and getting procedures done. Okay. So like retinol or tretinoin and a vitamin C and like a good sunscreen are like the top three. And then you're looking at like monthly facials, some talks. I mean, guys don't really need filler, but that'd be like the next step after that for like anybody. But yeah, so like skincare, like good skincare is like the first step.
Okay. And what you're talking about the different toxins and stuff. What do all of them do, and why are they different?
So they're all very similar. They're all like botulinum toxin type A. They just have like slightly different makeups, but they're all FDA approved. Botox has been around the longest. That's like the most studied drug ever, I think. They all have different like onsets. They all There's one out now that should theoretically last a little bit longer, but they all kind of last around 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
So it just depends. Like Botox, in my opinion, is like very like potent, kind of frozen. And then my favorite is Dysport, which is a little more like natural looking, like not as intense. So yeah,
That makes sense.
they all kind of have like different properties, but they do the same thing.
Interesting.
At different strength levels.
Yeah, I think it makes
So
sense.
typically, when you see someone with Botox, they just look no look.
Do I look like I have no
smile.
look? I have Botox or Dysport all over my face.
Yeah, but that's my point, is that Dysport is more natural looking.
Okay,
And
all
you
right.
still have some emotion.
Yes.
Whereas Botox, people just,
Yeah.
hi.
It also depends on like the dosing of it too.
I was gonna
So
say,
you could
doesn't
like
that like wear off though? Like,
it lasts like
okay.
scientifically like 12 weeks, 3 months. Yeah. So you
Okay.
do it every like 3 to 4 months.
I just imagine the lady from Scrubs when she got hers done, and he was just, hi.
Yep. No emotion.
Isn't that like a lot of the myth too? Like that's typically like you hear like the worst case scenarios, or you're thinking about the whoever in Hollywood that like got botched or something.
And usually when it's like you can tell, it's like they overdid filler, not necessarily Botox.
Okay.
But I mean, you can still be too frozen with Botox. But yeah, it's usually too much filler that you're seeing.
I've seen a lot of filler in the woods of Holly. Come on now.
I know.
Sorry, I'm just
It's okay.
on one today. On a completely, totally random question, favorite nail color?
I usually just go with like, I have 3.
Okay.
Usually like OPI, like Funny Bunny, put it in neutral, or, oh my God, I can't even think of the name of it right now. Usually some sort of pink or white.
Okay. If you guys can
I
see,
have pink
she's
right now.
really cute nails.
I have pink with
that's why I
chrome.
wanted- yes.
Yes.
These are, it's been a while. Almond?
Yeah, it's like an almond shape. Good job.
He used to kind of work in the industry.
Okay.
Yes. Everyone's like, what? Well, I learned that before I worked in the industry, but yes.
Nice. Yeah, I usually do some sort of neutral and maybe throw some chrome on it.
It looks good.
Thank you. They were for garden party.
See? Like I said,
This
I'm
looks
here
good.
to hype you up
I appreciate that.
all day, every day. That's what I need to get paid for. You get paid to like do reels at weddings. Someone just needs
And
to
you're just
like
there
a
to like
hype
hype
man.
me up.
anybody. Oh my gosh, my makeup's horrible. No, girl, it looks amazing.
You'd be perfect for that.
Yeah.
You should have a
Straight gay
package
guy.
deal. Get the straight
should
gay
do-
guy.
Charge extra.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have a
For
hype
the
man.
Oh my gosh. See, and it all circles back to me thinking of Swiss Beats when you said
That is
So-
true though.
where are you at? We good?
Yeah, we don't want to take up too much time.
All right. Don't want to take up your whole afternoon.
This was fun.
Thank you.
I'm like, should I start my own podcast? This is a good time.
We
Just
think so.
saying. I mean, what's her call her daddy? Call you daddy? Her podcast.
Call me.
I don't know the name.
Call
of
her
that.
daddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just
Hers took off.
and all she does is sit back
Just,
in
like,
comfy
talks.
clothes and chit chat.
I could talk.
See,
I have a lot to say.
Yeah, just bring me on every other time. So, because you got a lot in the works, got a lot of eggs in the basket. But what would success look like to you?
I'm really glad you gave me this question ahead of time because I had to like reflect on it.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you'd asked me that, like early 20s, I've been like becoming a PA, getting married, having kids, making money, all that stuff. But I don't know, just as I've gone on through life, like just like being happy and like content with where you are, but always still like striving to do other things. So like staying, like, I mean, I've been staying so busy and like trying to achieve goals with like the singles events or starting content creation. So being like fulfilled with where you are, but also still trying to achieve more goals.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Thanks.
So after looking forward, to look back a little bit, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
I'm also glad I got you prepared for this. I'm a PA. I prepare ahead of time. So I would tell my younger self to kind of appreciate like each phase of life as you're in it instead of trying to, or like just always being worried and trying to get to like the next phase of your life. It's like in high school, I'm trying to get to college, and college trying to get into a good PA school. In PA school, you're just trying to get through PA school
Yeah.
and then trying to get a good job. So I would try to just kind of like be happy that you made it where you are and appreciate it. So that's what I would.
That's a
That's what I
really
would
good
tell
one.
myself.
That's
Thank
probably what I
you.
should- That's probably one I should have told myself too. So I like it.
So now we've told everybody forwards, backwards. How can they stick with you in current days? What's your handle?
Mainly on Instagram.
Okay.
I have too many Instagram accounts. So my personal one is Amanda.Swiss. My aesthetic account is ILM_injector. My content creation account is made, MAID.of.social. And then the singles event, single and social ILM, is singleandsocial.ilm.
Okay.
Very good. How do you keep up with all those?
It's rough.
She has.
I'm always on my
phone. She hits
phone.
a button in the corner, and just switches between.
Yes, it's always a notification. I had a couple reels go like viral. They're like millions of views on the wedding account, and I like have a notification every 2 seconds. I'm like, I like throw my phone.
Yeah,
I can't. I need to like mute them.
So, and one of my last completely random questions: Are your feeds different?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I was curious.
Yeah, they all are. Like the aesthetic one, I mainly follow, other aesthetic injectors. I mean, the singles one, we just, kind of followed people back that have followed us. The wedding one is a lot of, wedding content.
Right.
And my personal one is, obviously people that I follow. So, yeah, they're all different.
Nice. Well, I was curious when I had 3 on my phone at one time, and they had all slowly transitioned into almost the same feed.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it is mostly because I like watches and whiskey, so
yes,
they all shifted to that.
Yes,
minus the podcast studio.
Yeah,
that was the only one that was different. But cool.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to take up too much of your time today on your Sunday afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
this was
thanks.
fun.
It was a great time.
Thank you for showing up.
Of course.
Sometimes I don't. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. This episode, it was a blast. Sorry it was all over the place, but that's how we are. Especially if we've been drinking at the bar.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow all her socials. Follow all of ours if you can. And leave a 5-star review. Cheers.
Cheers.
That was so fun.